March the 3rd, 2022. Guys, you're looking at a picture back when the convoy started in California. And this was taken by Enrique Trigoso of the Epoch Times. And this, I love dogs, and most of you do, all of you do, but pretty cool picture here. But they're in day 9 now, and they're getting very far north. If you've been keeping up with it, many people have. And I'm going to put 2 links below this video of different live streams. One's a trucker that's going along with the convoy, and the other's a couple of guys from California that have been with the convoy the whole time and keeping a live stream going on. There's other ones that I've heard about. I haven't got a chance to watch all of them, but I've been keeping up with it pretty good. And it's been very patriotic in the sense that they've traveled now, I think 2,600 miles or something like that from the people that have been with them the whole time, and it's been getting bigger. And I think I've heard between 4 and 6 different convoys that are converging onto the swamp. But the patriotism here is like the patriotism we saw in Canada. There's one thing that's a little different. It's called the Second Amendment. But a lot of people there got in a lot of trouble, and I read that several hundred trucking companies got their license revoked, even the small and independent ones up to the larger ones that participated in that event. Again, we do have another option. And guys, this is getting really good. So the 2 links I put below are full-time live stream until they get to the location, all the trucks pull in, and then they all line up and get in places, and they'll have a stage set up, and they're handing out free food. And then when they come in there, people from those towns are coming in and bringing free food and drinks and everything they can do, just full support. And the overpasses look like a patriotic charge. And let me show you a picture. And just take a moment and look at this. Look at the line of flags. And I've watched this thing almost from day one. At the time I could sit down and take a few minutes to look at it. I've been very busy. I haven't put a video up, but it's springtime. Just got my tractor service. We're putting in a big garden. You know how that goes. And by the end of the day, all you can kind of do is just get a shower and sit down and relax. But I've been keeping an eye on everything. And if something major had come up, I would have taken care of business. But now this is later on. This is 2 days ago, not 9 days ago, in St. Clair, Missouri, in support of the People's Convoy headed to Washington on March the 1st. It looks like they're going to, again, March 1st, but it looks like in the next day or so they will be there. But just take a moment and look at the angle of the flags against the wind. And guys, every overpass that I've had the chance to watch them from California now, they're up into, I can't remember. I'll put a link and you can see. I think they were about to go into a new state line, but they're getting further north, out of the red states. But I've continued to see the same patriotism. The last time I saw it on American soil, if you guys remember, was the Bundy standoff under the bridge, and the Patriots on horses, and BLM had to back off. And then the last president we had got rid of BLM, not Black Lives Matter, but BLM. And I'm sure that's in full, has fully been reinstated now. But this type of patriotism is something that everybody needs to feel. Am I taking a risk talking about it? Sure. And guys, I've always said, try to preserve your platform as long as you can, because if last year you would have got kicked off of something, or the year before that, or 3 months ago, you would be forgotten, because we're not mainstream media. We don't have that reach. But if you can somehow maintain it on a civilized level to where you don't get kicked off, then you can put out bits and pieces that help. Now, we're the most powerful country in the world as far as, not our military, God bless them, but our civilians. The true blood, every race and creed that are here, and these flags, no matter what people say, and I know that America does not have the history, or the greatest history, around this planet, because we've had some very wicked leaders. But you can also, but what I see, when I see these people, these patriots standing there with that flag, and what it represents to me and to them and to most of you, is that we are free. We are free. We cannot help what the politicians have done over the last few hundred years around the world, the destruction and bloodshed. But this is saying we are free. Now is the time to stand. We don't have to be violent unless we're pushed to that. We don't have to be. We're too strong, just like this. But the overpasses have been like this for over 2,600 miles. And this is just the one convoy coming out of California. Realize where we are at. Share what you can share on every platform, because mainstream media will not do it. And patriotism is like courage. It's infectious. And that's how we win. I just wanted to come in for a minute, guys, and talk about this, and because no one else is. And look at the two links. You'll get, again, a couple of guys coming out of California in a vehicle, and the other one will be a truck driver. And they both have YouTube channels, and they do pretty much live stream from the time the trucks start to crank up and gas up in the morning until they all get to where they're at, and then they'll cover what's on the stage that night as far as speakers and things like that. And then in the morning when they crank up, both of these guys have been real good at letting you see what's happening. Again, courage and patriotism. True patriotism is infectious. It's a heads up. Be safe.